Meghan's making it particularly worse for him. He doesn't know if she loves him still or...
A new media earthquake has officially erupted in California as Meghan Markle is exposed for allegedly carrying on a secret affair with a notorious Las Vegas casino tycoon. The fuse was lit when her private driver accidentally discovered a stack of damning confidential documents and immediately delivered them straight into Prince Harry's hands, plunging the royal marriage into a storm of fury and pushing it to the brink of an irreparable collapse. This bitter betrayal not only leaves Harry utterly heartbroken, but also triggers a ruthless counteroffensive from Prince William and the inner circle of Buckingham Palace to stop every malicious smear campaign in its tracks. Amid the escalating tension, a sinister and highly ambitious master plan begins to take shape. What exactly does this diabolical plan contain? How will Meghan Markle fight back as she faces the threat of isolation, total ruin, and the most devastating downfall of her life? Watch until the very end to uncover the full shocking truth behind this explosive story. A new media earthquake has officially erupted across the United States, beginning from what was supposed to be the most private and secure space in the Sussex family's California home. The incident started on what appeared to be an ordinary workday for Meghan Markle's private driver, the man she employed to chauffeur her and handle her daily transportation needs. While cleaning, vacuuming, and performing routine maintenance on the luxury SUV, an expensive vehicle Meghan regularly used, the driver accidentally stumbled upon something unusual. As he lifted the cargo area floor mat to inspect the spare tire compartment, according to standard maintenance procedures, he was shocked to discover a stack of confidential documents along with a series of revealing photographs that had been carefully concealed beneath the spare tire. Curiosity prompted the driver to open the stack of documents and examine the sensitive photographs. The moment he did, he was completely stunned by what appeared before his eyes. Every piece of evidence was unmistakable, detailed, and impossible to deny, exposing an earth-shattering secret Meghan Markle had allegedly been carrying on a clandestine affair behind her husband's back. The man involved in the illicit relationship with the Duchess of Sussex was no ordinary individual, but a notorious Asian-American casino magnate and technology billionaire with enormous influence in Las Vegas. Not only was this man immensely wealthy, but he was also an infamous figure already under the watch of multiple parties for quietly pursuing unlawful schemes to seize vast amounts of public land while seeking every possible way to legitimize his network of underground entertainment complexes. The confidential documents and revealing photographs hidden beneath the spare tire meticulously documented every timeline, every secret meeting location, and even the covert exchanges filled with the unmistakable scent of money and ambition between Meghan and her Las Vegas billionaire lover. This was a scandal with devastating explosive power, one capable of completely destroying the image and reputation Meghan Markle had worked so hard to build in the United States. Faced with such catastrophic evidence, the private driver endured an intense internal struggle. He fully understood how valuable the file would be if sold to major news agencies or the world's leading tabloids. Yet instead of choosing to expose it to the media for an enormous fortune or using it to blackmail Meghan Markle, the driver made a decision that no one could have anticipated. He gathered every confidential document together with the revealing photographs, kept everything completely hidden from Meghan, and secretly delivered the entire untouched collection of evidence directly to Prince Harry. The appearance of that file on Harry's desk became the spark that ignited an unstoppable chain of tragic events. How will Prince Harry react when he comes face to face with his wife's devastating betrayal? And what new turning point will be set in motion by the phone call that crosses the ocean to the United Kingdom? As Prince Harry stared at the stack of confidential documents and the revealing photographs laid out on the table by the private driver, he felt as though the ground beneath his feet had completely collapsed. A surge of overwhelming anger and bitter heartbreak rose into his throat, crushing the heart of the man who had once given up his family, his royal titles, and his homeland in the name of love. At the peak of his fury, Harry could no longer keep his emotions under control. The very first person who came to mind in this moment of helplessness was none other than his older brother. Harry immediately placed a call to Prince William through a secure transatlantic communication line. The moment William's familiar voice answered from London, Harry's voice broke as he fought back tears, apologizing for all the division and pain he had caused the family over the years. At the same time, he painfully expressed his hope that the royal family might find it in their hearts to forgive him and allow him to return so he could start over. Hearing his younger brother weep, William fell silent for a moment on the other end of the line. Yet with the composure expected of the future king, he managed to keep a clear head. In a firm voice, William advised his brother over the phone. "Harry, I understand how painful this betrayal is, but this is not the time to act on emotion. You need to stay calm, quietly, investigate everything. Gather the strongest possible evidence, and then we'll sit down and discuss your return." His brother's calm and rational advice helped Harry regain a measure of self-control, but the fire of heartbreak burning inside him refused to die. The moment the call ended, Harry picked up the stack of documents and walked straight into the living room to confront Meghan Markle. The rage he had suppressed for hours finally exploded as he slammed the photographs and confidential files onto the table. Harry roared, demanding that his wife explain her illicit relationship with the Las Vegas casino billionaire. Yet in complete contrast to her husband's explosive fury, Meghan's expression changed instantly as she displayed remarkable acting skills, tears streaming down her face. As Harry relentlessly questioned her, Meghan categorically denied every accusation. Covering her face as she sobbed, she cried out, "Harry, have you lost your mind? You're willing to believe some lowly driver instead of your own wife. Look carefully. Every bit of this is fake. This is nothing but a dirty smear campaign, fabricated by the media to destroy me and destroy our family." Meghan continued swearing her innocence, using wounded words while portraying herself as a wife falsely accused, desperately trying to extinguish her husband's suspicions. But those tears no longer had any effect. Looking directly into the eyes of the woman he now saw as filled with deception, Harry realized that he no longer had even the slightest trust left for her. Inside the suffocating atmosphere of the Montecito mansion, he pretended to accept Meghan's explanation so that she would lower her guard. Then, late that night after Meghan had fallen fast asleep, Harry put the next phase of his plan into motion. No longer believing a single word his wife said, he quietly contacted and worked closely with the private driver, the only person who knew the house's keys and its security vulnerabilities. The two men silently moved through the darkened hallways, using the driver's assistance to slip into Meghan's private office, which was protected by strict security locks. There, Harry began searching every drawer, opening every personal file belonging to his wife in the hope of uncovering the ultimate truth. And before long, the secret break-in produced a discovery that left Harry utterly stunned and speechless. Hidden deep inside Meghan's personal filing cabinet was a meticulously prepared legal dossier. It was not an ordinary business file, but a detailed divorce plan she had carefully organized long in advance as part of her preparations to leave Harry. As Harry read each cold, calculated line of the document, he painfully realized the true reason behind the betrayal. Meghan had long grown tired of her life with him in California. She no longer believed the reputation of a fading prince was enough to satisfy her ambitions, and she intended to walk away in search of a wealthier, more powerful life alongside her billionaire casino lover. Every vow of a lifelong devotion had ultimately been nothing more than a cheap performance, scripted from the very beginning to exploit him until every last ounce of his value had been drained. What other sinister schemes had Meghan concealed inside this secret divorce plan to destroy the royal family's reputation and strip Harry of every asset he possessed? Standing in his wife's darkened office, turning over each page of the top-secret documents he had just uncovered, Prince Harry felt the blood in his veins turn to ice. What he was reading went far beyond an ordinary act of emotional betrayal. It exposed a calculating, cold-hearted nature and a ruthless ambition mapped out in meticulous detail, step by step. Most horrifying of all these documents clearly proved that Meghan had never intended to pursue a quick or peaceful divorce. Instead, she had deliberately chosen to delay filing for divorce and prolong their marriage for an extraordinarily sinister purpose. According to the plan, Meghan had secretly planted trusted associates, media operatives, and fiercely loyal allies throughout Harry's personal life, while also attempting to establish connections with confidential sources inside Buckingham Palace. The purpose of placing these individuals was to monitor him day and night, quietly gathering and recording every piece of information, every private conversation, and every sensitive secret that might come from Harry himself or from within the British royal family. According to the meticulous notes contained in the confidential file, all of this intelligence was being collected for one purpose alone: to fuel a massive smear campaign. Meghan had planned to use everything she gathered to compile a tell-all book attacking and defaming the British royal family with the most sensationalized, distorted, and damaging stories imaginable. She intended to complete and release the book worldwide immediately before officially stepping into court to begin divorce proceedings. Choosing to publish the book just before the court battle was an extraordinarily calculated move designed to achieve two objectives at once. First, fueled by sensational claims and shocking stories of her own creation, the book would almost certainly ignite a global media frenzy, allowing Meghan to earn billions of dollars through publishing rights and book sales while dramatically enriching herself. Second, and far more sinister, the book would allow her to shape public opinion, carefully constructing the perfect image of herself as a suffering victim, a helpless woman who had been oppressed, isolated, and emotionally abused by both her husband and the centuries-old monarchy until divorce became her only path to freedom. But Meghan Markle's deception did not end there. Harry stood frozen when he reached the financial appendix attached to the end of the confidential dossier. The documents revealed that throughout the period during which she had intentionally delayed the divorce, Meghan had been aggressively carrying out a covert campaign to drain Harry's wealth. Exploiting her position as his wife, she had sought every possible opportunity to gain access to his trust funds, investment portfolios, and personal assets. Every handwritten note showed that she had allegedly been working with financial specialists, as well as her Las Vegas billionaire lover, to conduct shadowy financial transactions, gradually transferring Harry's fortune into secret overseas accounts and difficult-to-trace cryptocurrency funds. Her plan was to completely empty her husband's finances, leaving Harry financially ruined, before officially releasing the defamatory book and permanently casting him out of her life. Faced with this devastating truth, Harry realized that the woman he had once loved and protected with his very life had seen him as nothing more than a puppet, a tool to satisfy her endless greed and her relentless hunger for wealth and power. What will Harry do to stop this defamatory book from ever reaching publication? And how will the counterstrike from London come crashing down on Meghan once the truth is delivered? After learning the devastating truth about his wife's sinister master plan, Prince Harry was utterly heartbroken, feeling as though a fatal blade had pierced through every sacrifice and every ounce of trust he had placed in her over the years. Unable to endure the deception for another second, he immediately used his computer to photograph and copy every one of the incriminating documents, then composed an urgent email to Prince William. In the message, Harry wrote with overwhelming bitterness and outrage, "William, you were right. Meghan has been planning to divorce me for a long time so she could be with her billionaire lover. Even worse, she's planted people around me to eavesdrop so she can write a book smearing the royal family portray herself as the victim for profit and drain my assets before we ever set foot in court. I'm begging you, on behalf of the palace, use every legal authority available to block every media outlet and deny her any opportunity to exploit our name or slander our family ever again." Upon receiving the email, along with the stack of undeniable evidence from his younger brother William, acted immediately with the decisiveness expected of the heir to the throne. Recognizing that Meghan's ambitions had crossed every acceptable line, the Prince of Wales issued an official statement on behalf of the palace to the global media. The British royal family officially severs all ties with Meghan Markle and will neither participate in nor accept responsibility for any activities, statements, or publications associated with her from this moment forward. Though brief, the cold and uncompromising declaration stripped Meghan of the single most powerful media weapon she had intended to exploit. The moment the doors of the royal institution slammed shut in front of his wife, Harry returned to the living room to confront Meghan Markle once again. Gone were the patience and gentle words he had once shown her. He hurled the confidential divorce file and the detailed plan for the defamatory book directly at her. Harry unleashed his fury, exposing the true face of the woman he had once loved. "You're a liar, a blood-sucking monster. I gave up my father, my brother, and even my kingdom to follow you, and this is how you repay me. You planted people to spy on me. You plotted to write a book attacking my family just to make money and turn me into a fool before the entire world. You married me for nothing but my title and my money, didn't you?" The moment Meghan saw that her most closely guarded files had been completely exposed, every trace of her carefully rehearsed performance and every fake tear vanished instantly. Realizing that her central plan had been fully uncovered and that there was no longer any way to deny or conceal the truth, Meghan Markle immediately changed her demeanor. She slowly stood up, looked Harry directly in the eyes with cold contempt, and shamelessly admitted everything without showing even the slightest hint of remorse or regret. With a mocking smirk, Meghan declared loudly, "Yes, and so what? You want the truth, don't you? I stopped loving you a long time ago, Harry. Who do you think you are? A washed-up prince, an unemployed man living off the glory of his past. I've grown completely sick of this dull, miserable life with you in this corner of California. I need a man who can give me an empire, who can give me real wealth and real power, not someone who spends every day doing nothing but complaining like you." Meghan's brazen and merciless confession struck Harry like a bucket of ice water, extinguishing the very last trace of affection he still held for her. After Meghan's shameless confession, what devastating legal and financial strike will Harry unleash to force this ambitious woman to pay the ultimate price and leave her with absolutely nothing? Looking directly into Meghan Markle's face, now filled with contempt and shameless defiance, the pain inside Prince Harry had completely transformed into a chilling sense of determination. Refusing to give his wife even a single second to react or carry out any further attempt to move or conceal assets, Harry took immediate action that very night. Guided by confidential legal advice from specialists whom Prince William had just connected him with, Harry swiftly contacted the banks representing his accounts to freeze and lock down every joint and personal bank account belonging to the couple. He signed emergency orders sealing off all investment funds, royal financial assets, and every deed and ownership certificate for land and real estate in the United States registered in his name. Every possible route Meghan could have used to siphon away his fortune was officially shut down under the strictest financial laws. The following morning, before Meghan had even recovered from her own arrogance, a team of top attorneys, hired by Harry, arrived at the Montecito mansion to serve her with legal documents. Harry stepped in front of Meghan, threw the newly prepared legal file onto the table, and declared in a cold, unwavering voice without the slightest hesitation. "Your performance is over, Meghan. I've locked every joint and personal bank account, sealed every property document, and secured every investment fund registered in my name. You won't be able to transfer or touch a single penny of my assets ever again. The unilateral divorce petition has already been filed with the court, accompanied by all the evidence of your affair and your scheme for unlawful financial gain. I've also formally instructed my lawyers to pursue full custody of our children. I'll be taking them away from here, and you'll never again have the chance to use them as tools for your media ambitions." Harry's uncompromising declaration and decisive actions delivered a crushing blow that completely shattered every illusion and ambition Meghan Markle had been nurturing. Watching notification after notification appear on her phone, confirming that her access to financial accounts had been frozen, Meghan was stunned to realize that she had fallen into a legal trap created by her own overconfidence. With every financial lifeline cut off, she no longer had the money to maintain her lavish lifestyle, no resources to keep her struggling media company afloat, and not even enough funding to continue carrying out her personal plans in California. As soon as the Las Vegas billionaire casino tycoon learned that the British royal family had officially severed all ties with Meghan, and that Harry had obtained the entire collection of incriminating documents, he immediately cut off all communication with her to protect his own financial empire and business interests, abandoning her to face the consequences alone. The betrayal by her lover, Prince Harry's uncompromising resolve, and the royal family's legal lockdown of the assets left Meghan Markle completely penniless, powerless, and overwhelmed with despair. Every carefully calculated scheme to portray herself as a suffering victim in order to profit from a defamatory book collapsed overnight when she no longer had any platform left to exploit or any avenue through which to manipulate public opinion. Standing inside the multi-million-dollar mansion, now empty, cold, and legally sealed, Meghan Markle could do nothing but scream in desperation and bitterness. The ambitious woman who had once sought to seize everything from wealth and royal titles to media power ultimately found herself facing the bitterest ending of all, losing everything: no lover, no fortune, no protections from the monarchy, and the looming possibility of losing custody of her children under Harry's relentless and uncompromising legal campaign. As the darkness of a night settled over Montecito, it brought the final humiliating chapter of the betrayer's story to a close. How do you feel about Meghan's betrayal and Prince Harry's decisive response in this dramatic storyline? In your opinion, what deeper lesson does the downfall of an ambitious person left with nothing teach us about trust and greed in life? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.